All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Shed Can I Vent G show. I have a dear friend of mine, this girl, and I'm gonna say it. I know we're supposed to be professional, but how me and you get down, this is my girl right here. Y'all see her all over. Y'all give it up for Miss Gloria Neal. Miss Gloria Neal. How you feel, baby?
I'm feeling good. It's been a good day.
Yes, I see. She just came on here and just put the pillow over there. She comfortable. Let me get comfortable with you.
That's what you're supposed to do, right?
Yes, it is.
Okay,
yes, it is.
cool.
Now, we see you doing so much stuff. You know what I mean? The first thing I want to know is, as we, you know how, like we say, what makes glow glow? Ooh.
You know what? I mean, on a good day, because you know you don't want to scare the white people.
Yeah.
What makes me me is, I think, just being real. You know, I said this to my boss one time. I said, people don't want perfect. People want real. Nobody's perfect. So why get on and try and pretend? And, you know, I didn't go to what they call anchor school and not interested in not knocking people who are anchors. That's their thing. But I think people want to look at TV and they want to see themselves. They want to see real.
Right.
You know, how you would talk to a girlfriend or a guy friend in a conversation. So I think that's what makes me me. I am at my best when I'm just being me.
Right, and
when people get me, you know, because you do worry about that. Sometimes you're on TV and you think, okay, did they understand that outside of 5 points?
Yeah. My bellow.
You know, that's important. I mean, I realize there's a lot of y'all in here, but there ain't a lot of us in the state.
Yeah.
So you do want to be able to cross-promote, and certainly you want everybody to understand the message because that's really what it's all about.
Right. Now, see, you're natural when it comes to just doing what you do, and the humor. Just where do you get your talent from? Where do you search? You know what I mean? How do you get that?
Well, you know what? You can't pick your parents, so so I think, you know, when people say, you know, the talent is God-given, and certainly it is that, but I think in a lot of ways, you know, parents have to nurture that, and I wasn't really a class clown, but I was always that person who had a unique way to say things, especially when no one else wanted to say it.
Right.
And so, you know, just being able to speak your mind in a way that didn't necessarily leave people bleeding.
Right. Right. So,
you know, although bleeding is not bad too, that's a good tool to have. But I think, you know, to say where I got my talent from, it's just something that everybody has a gift, and it was just nurtured, and I just kept going.
That's good. And now,
but I don't get to do stand-up like you because, you know, you got to get up and go to work and be in front of the camera, and you can't be looking crazy.
Right, but see, I was going to touch on that, though. See, it's funny you say that, but you have done stand-up. Tell me about that. When did you was like, you know what, I'm going to do stand-up? You know what I mean?
No, it didn't. I didn't give birth to it.
You didn't give birth to it? Tell me about it.
What happened, I mean, it's one thing to be with friends and you make people laugh. It's something else to get up on stage and have the intention of making people laugh, right?
Right.
So it takes on a whole different persona. And so when I got up there it was Comedy Works, the first time, I was like, oh my God, what am I doing? That's the longest 3 minutes of your life. And it just materialized. I mean, people started laughing and I just went with it. And so 3 minutes became 6 minutes, and 6 minutes became 12, and you know that's how it happens.
Now, you know, you get a lot of female comics or whatever. They get up there, they like to male bash. Now, how do you feel about men?
You know what? I love men, and I'm not a male bashing comic. Now I don't run from a joke, but I'm not a vulgar comic, and this perhaps could be the old-fashioned in me, if y'all can believe that. Y'all do believe that. I don't necessarily, you know, even though we talk about it being a balanced world and we talk about it being fair, it is true. It's different for a man. A man can be filthy on stage, but that is not the case. A woman can come in and be filthy and it changes the whole room. And I've seen it. And so I learned from that. And I'm glad that that's not my shtick. I think that you can get your point across, you can be very funny, and you don't have to be vulgar.
Yes.
So I think real life is funny. I think everything. At some point, I am going to be talking about your butt.
You always do.
Because I think it is funny, but I don't necessarily think
My butt is funny?
Well, your whole body, but your butt especially is like an onion.
Ah, see. Next question, please.
No, Big Daddy,
No, you the one saying y'all make us feel uncomfortable, and right now, do we got enough time to cut to a commercial?
Is it time?
No, it's not time yet. Now, one thing I do see you on television. You're doing a lot of things, and so what is it like when you was a child, or what did you want to do? Did you see yourself doing stuff like this? What was it that you wanted to do?
You know what? One of my favorite shows on TV was Carol Burnett. How many people here watch Carol Burnett show?
Oh, yeah.
I loved Carol Burnett. Look, how many people here know who Carol Burnett is? Okay, good, because some of y'all like, Carol Burnett, Flip Wilson, and when my mother wasn't, Fred Sanford, because he was filthy.
Yeah, he was.
And you knew, even though I wasn't good on the cursing, you knew that you didn't want to ask Mama, what's a bastard? Yeah. Oops, hit the button. You knew. But you knew, I also knew, I was like, whatever that is, that's got them rolling in the aisles, because they would send all the kids outside. That's when I knew they were going to bring out those records. So all of that stuff, I think, forms you and makes you, and I absolutely loved Carol Burnett. I would watch that show, and then from Carol Burnett, it was Johnny Carson. So I got a chance to stay up late when I started getting older, like 14, 15, and watch The Tonight Show with my mother. Right. And so it just developed from there, and I don't know about you, but you see the comedic timing. You don't know what a lot of it's called, but what you begin to realize as you continue to grow is comedy isn't everything. It's all over work. Right. It is in everything. So people say, where did that come from? Or how did you do that? It's the spur of the moment. Sometimes those are the best things that just kind of materialize. And so a lot of times what I do on the news, it doesn't kind of work into that. Right. But if it is, or if it does, I will definitely bring it. I'm not afraid to.
Right. Now, wouldn't y'all agree? Wouldn't y'all love to see Miss Gloria Neal do 45 minutes of stand-up, just nothing but her on the stage, no camera, no producers, just her doing her, you know what I mean, talking about it all. If we can set that up.
Handle it?
Yeah.
If y'all do it, y'all would support me?
Yes, we will. Matter of fact, I will open up for you. I will open up for you. I will be your feature, and then because I would love to see that. Really? Yes, I would. Yes, I was. Yes,
okay, well, I have seen you. Right. And you ain't open it up for me, because, the feature, no, let me be clear. Because the feature act is not supposed to be as good as this, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's all I'm saying.
Well, much respect, I love you.
All right, because you are wonderful. I have seen you many times, very, very funny. Absolutely love what you do.
Well, thank you so much.
Absolutely love it.
That means a lot coming from.
Love what you do. Love what you do.
So, there's so much stuff that you got on your plate. I know there's a lot of stuff on your plate. Yeah. So besides the television, what is it that you see yourself doing in the future?
You know what? I think to be in the position that we are both in, and we laugh and we joke, but there are many people who have gone before us so that we are up here. Right. So that people feel endeared. When people come up to me, or even to you, and they express their love and their gratitude and their support, right. And I say this to many people, I really appreciate it, because they don't have to do that. Right. They don't have to watch. They could, because now sometimes y'all will call, Gloria, what was that bird's nest you had around your neck? They'll criticize the necklace or whatever it is. But then at the end of the evening, I say, but you watched, didn't you? You watched. Yes. And so I just really take pride in what I do. I was recently in Chicago. Right. And as you know, Oprah's show is going away. And they interviewed about 500 people who were there. Now, since it's a done deal, Stephen A. Smith was there, if y'all know him from ESPN, and Tony Harris, and a whole different people from Law and Order, different people were there. And they narrowed it down to like 14 people, because you get a call back if they want you. And I flew back up there, and was one of the 3 women for the co-host of that particular time.
Wait a minute, you was what?
One of 3.
She was one of the 3. You got the call back, she was one of the 3.
One of the 3 women, and the producers were very, very supportive. And if you've ever dealt with producers in very big markets, because WLS, the biggest ABC station really in the nation. I mean, anytime Oprah's leaving that time slot and she's got 7 million viewers right there. So whatever show they put in there, they know that show needs to be the show.
It's gonna be crucial.
But out of 500, I narrowed it down to 3 women. I did not get the gig because they needed somebody from Chicago. But at least I know I'm on the right track. So Denver, I'm trying to represent.
Yes. Trying to, and you are.
So outside of TV, I think the biggest thing that we can do, regardless of you think, okay, well, Glo, what do you want to do? Well, there's no question I do want my own show. I believe that there is something in me that can help, can benefit, and can be taught. Just like I expect to teach and influence, I too can be influenced and taught. And I think there is a gift there that I'm very thankful to be able to have in my DNA. But I take every step thinking about, okay, you can't do X, Y, Z. You can't go, how shall I say, just off. You need to make sure that you represent in the way that you know as a child of God, even crazy Gloria. Be crazy Gloria in the house when you have a dinner party.
I've been there.
But when you, yes you have, but when you are outside, it's very important to be in a presentable, in a respectable form, and that's not hard for me because that's part of who I am as well.
Yes. Well, ladies and gentlemen, y'all give it up for Miss Gloria Neal for being here. The beautiful lady.